In the final years of World War II,
American tank crews increasingly faced German Tigers and Panthers. The backbone of the U.S. Armored Forces was the M4 Sherman, a reliable and mass-produced tank, but its firepower was often insufficient against the newest German machines. The U.S. Army needed a new tank with heavier armament and stronger armor. This tank became the M26 Pershing. Development of the new vehicle began as early as 1942, but internal disputes within the command and production delays meant that the Pershing did not reach the front until early 1945. For its time, the M26 Pershing was a serious combat vehicle. It weighed around 42 tons and had a crew of 5. Its main weapon was the 90mm M3 gun, capable of effectively engaging most German tanks at long range. The frontal armor of the hull reached 102mm, and the turret armor reached 114mm. The tank was powered by a gasoline engine, producing 500 horsepower, and could reach speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour. During the war, the Pershing was officially classified as a heavy tank. However, after the war, the U.S. Army reassessed tank classifications and concluded that its characteristics were more in line with a medium tank. This made the Pershing one of the few tanks in history to change class without any modifications to its design. The M26 Pershing gained real fame during the battles for the German city of Cologne. On March 6, 1945, units of the U.S. 3rd Armored Division began advancing through the city. German forces offered fierce resistance, using destroyed streets and buildings as defensive positions. At the same time, Sergeant Jim Bates, a cameraman of the U.S. Army Signal Corps, was documenting the action. His camera captured one of the most famous tank engagements of World War II. During the American advance, a German Panther under the command of Lieutenant Wilhelm Bartelbart took up position near Cologne Cathedral and set up an ambush. Soon, the German tank destroyed an American Sherman, killing 3 of its crew members. This moment was captured on film and later became known worldwide. To engage the Panther, one of the new Pershings, named Eagle 7, was brought forward. The tank was commanded by Sergeant Robert Early. Corporal Clarence Smoyer served as the gunner. Private John DeRidge was the loader. The driver was William McVeigh, and the assistant driver and hull machine gunner was Homer Davis. Before the attack, Robert Early, together with cameraman Jim Bates, climbed into a ruined building to locate the German tank. Afterward, Early returned to his Pershing and gave the order to engage. Using buildings as cover, Eagle 7 cautiously advanced to the intersection. When the Pershing appeared around the corner, the Panther began to rotate its turret toward it. At that moment, driver William McVeigh kept moving to avoid becoming a stationary target, while Clarence Smoyer aimed the 90mm gun at the German tank. The first round penetrated the Panther's side armor. Smoyer fired several more shots, causing a fire inside the German vehicle. The Panther crew attempted to escape, but the tank was completely disabled. The entire engagement lasted only a few seconds, and Jim Bates' footage became one of the most famous visual records of tank combat during World War II. This episode became the most well-known combat success of the Pershing in Europe. Although the new American tank appeared too late to significantly influence the outcome of the war, the battle in Cologne demonstrated that the U.S. had finally fielded a vehicle capable of standing toe-to-toe with Germany's best tanks. After Cologne, the Eagle 7 crew continued advancing through Germany until the end of the war. Decades later, the participants received well-deserved recognition. Clarence Smoyer, Homer Davis, William McVeigh, and John DeRidge were awarded Bronze Stars, while Robert Early received his medal during the war. Today, the footage of the battle near Cologne Cathedral remains one of the most iconic archival videos of World War II, and the M26 Pershing has secured its place in history as a tank that arrived late but proved its effectiveness in one of the most famous tank duels of the 20th century. Thank you for watching. This video uses materials from the U.S. Army Signal Corps, DVI-DS, the U.S. National Archives, RAC, the Library of Congress, and the 3rd Armored Division Association Archives. If you would like to support the channel, links to War Thunder, Enlisted, and military model kits can be found in the channel header. Your support helps us create more videos and rely less on advertising. Thank you, and see you in the next video.